Well, I did 6 years in active duty for reserve. I was a 62 Echo heavy equipment operator. A friend of mine, well, he's not a friend of mine. He's like my brother. And then he moved. He went back to Virginia. He's the one that told me about Trajector. I started with the American Legion. That's where I got my first 10% for tinnitus. And then I didn't. Then I stopped it right there. I didn't want to do anything else. And I knew I had the service connected, conditions. And I was like, you know what? I want to go ahead and do it because I know there's people out there that I know that doesn't have anything, and they're collecting a paycheck. And I know I got some legit injuries from the army. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And another thing I didn't want to do is because I know that there's other people that deserve it more than me. They are in worse physical and medical condition than I am. And I was like, but I knew I had some several service connections in my medical record. I said, I'm gonna go give it a try. And then I heard good things about Trajector, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. I don't lose anything with trying. And it was a big jump. Like when I told some of my people that I know, and a guy that worked here with us, it's 100%. When I told him that I went from 10 to 80, he was like, that's a big increase right there. I go on the VA pick, and I was out to work with a back injury. And then I came back to work, and then I went back in the hospital for 4 days. They discharged me Monday. Then Tuesday, I didn't come to work because I had an eye appointment. And I checked the website every day, like the VA website. And so it always said 10%, 10%. And that morning, I was in the bathroom and I was checking it, and it said the same thing, 10%. And it was on step 7 or 8. And I was like, you know what? I think that if I get 40 or 50, it's going to be a lot. And so I left it like that, and I went to my appointment. And when I opened the phone again, and I had surgery on my left eye for cataract. So, so you can your vision is kind of blurry. And I opened it again when I was waiting for them to call me, and I saw an 8. I was like, no, hold on. And I blinked again, and I saw 80%. My eyes like got watery, like I wanted to cry, and I wanted to call my buddy. I wanted to call him to tell him because, he's the one that got me into it. And we're like brothers. But I was like, I don't want to go outside because then they're going to call me. But I was like this. I was like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, thank you. I was almost crying, and I was happy. I was like, man. And I know stories about people that take forever to get some type of rating. And I mean, just 5 months, which is, I think, is pretty fair. That big increase, it was like, I'm very thankful with you guys. And I recommend it to, people that looking into increase their disability. It wasn't painful at all. It was pretty easy. Just got to tell you that you guys are very professional and very thorough when, go through all the process and try the best to make you understand, the process and all that. Like, I mean, for me, it was easy, when they went all through all the claims that I had and that I remember everything that it happened, and you guys like, it wasn't painful. It was pretty easy. I can say that. I will say go with Trajector. They'll get you something. They know what they're doing. Then I will definitely recommend Trajector to any of my veterans buddies that are looking to increase their rating.